Putin rarely talks about his family members. I mean, completely loath to do so. But he did once in an interview, it was this very friendly interview, right, that he did with Oliver Stone. And maybe because it was such a friendly setting and a friendly interview, when the topic came up, Putin actually said something. Here's the exchange.
Are you a grandfather yet?
Да.
How do you like your grandchildren?
Очень любите ваших.
Yes. So are you a good grandfather? Do you play with them in the garden?
Очень редко, к сожалению.
Very seldom.
Very seldom. You're a very lucky man.
Вам очень повезло.
2 good children.
Два прекрасных ребенка.
Я ими горжусь.
Yes, I'm proud of them.
Okay, Ronald, it's just this, obviously he didn't even want to talk about it even with Oliver Stone, right? But he got him to say that he's got children, he's got grandchildren, he seldom plays with them. And these are the children that we know about of Putin's and their children, right? There's other things we don't know.
Right.
Why is there so much mystery about this, Ronald?
Yeah, I was going to say he would have been looked happier if you're under deposition.
Yeah.
Well, he has portrayed himself as the quintessential Russian czar. I mean, this is about a man of international mystery and power, if I can quote Austin Powers. I mean, the idea of the personal. Western politicians love the personal, and we see it all the time. And you see it all the time on the air,
Yes.
and we all see it on the commercial where family members are mentioned. This is not how these guys work. This is about, and somebody, him in particular, I mean, this is about a projection of power. Family, interesting, he acknowledges, but really that is not what he wants. It's not going to be, the family's not going to be around his statue when he wants that statue in Red Square, okay? It's an adjunct to it. It's just something that you want to keep out of the way you acknowledge you're a good family man. But he's more interested in appearing with the Russian Orthodox Church or in military situations or riding, shirtless on the back of a horse to project his power. That's power. Family, in many ways, is weakness.
The new video that we just got in, literally before you and I spoke at the top of the hour, it is of trenches that were dug by Russian forces, and they dug those trenches in the most highly radioactive, contaminated forest around Chernobyl, called the Red Forest. That they came in there. We see tracks from their tanks, trenches that they dug in this area that could have caused, who knows what happened to these soldiers. We don't know what they have suffered as a result of doing this. How do you think that this could have happened?
Well, the Chernobyl tragedy is something that Ukrainians are very, very mindful about. It's when Ukrainians suffered the most, not only Ukrainians, but Ukrainians mostly. And it was one of the crimes of the Soviet regime, which is a predecessor of this Russian regime that we're dealing with right now, where not only the catastrophe in Chernobyl happened, but also the authorities lied to people about it. People, I'm one of the children who marched 4 days after it at the demonstration because nobody was told. Actually, children were forced to even be out to be affected. And we've spent so many years together with our European and American partners covering it and protecting the site and doing this new confinement so that actually it's not a threat to anyone anymore. And especially we were very careful not to disturb the ground and carefully working where only it was possible. Yeah. And it just shows the little respect for life that Russians are showing everywhere in Ukraine, even to their own soldiers. I mean, how I don't even know how to say it, how cruel or stupid or you have to be to tell your own soldiers to dig in the radiation place where they knew it's not allowed to do so.
It's long been thought Vladimir Putin wants that corridor from Donetsk all the way, from the Donbass all the way through to Crimea and perhaps around as far as Odessa. Do you think Ukraine will ever allow that? Could that become a bargaining point if there are talks?
No, I don't think Ukraine will allow that. I don't think any politician is in a position to make a decision to cut the chunk of the sovereign nation and just give it to Putin simply because of because Putin wants that. I mean, I don't think this is legal. Actually, from any Ukrainian or international law perspective, I don't think Ukrainian people are resisting and they're fighting for the freedom. So I don't think this is something which any country should do, is like to respond to the aggression by saying, okay, here we are, let's take 1/3 of the country, take it, because in this case, Putin is going to move on. I mean, it's not like he wants Donbass. He wants Ukraine. And if we allow him to easily to take part of the country, he will move further.